That's a lamington urchin. And for our urchin recipe today, we're going to slightly warm the sea urchin. We're going to add some hollandaise to it, and we're going to spike that hollandaise with a little bit of Tabasco. Delicious, right? I'll show you how. The first step is to go for a dive. And here you can see a lamington urchin sitting out on the rocks nestled among some of the purple sea urchins. Quite often when we find the first urchin, I'll crack it open and see what the roe is like inside. See if it's nice and plump and yellow. As you can see on this one, the urchins in this region have some really nice roe in them. We'll crush them up, try to attract some fish. Sometimes big kingfish will come in on the noise. So we're just going to find a few more now. Now these lamington urchins have pushed down in the warm current that we've had the last couple of years, and we're seeing more and more of them around. They're a really delicious urchin. The roe's quite mild and a little bit sweet. They're also known as collector urchins, and as you can see with this one, he's actually managed to pull a bit of seaweed and a couple of shells out on top of him. So just clean him off, and he's coming home as well. Okay, so once we're at home, I'm going to take our scissors and we're just going to open this urchin up. And you want to be a little bit gentle so you don't start cutting into the roe here, but once you start seeing the lobes of the roe, you can cut around them. Urchins have 5 tongues of this beautiful roe, so you can see the yellow in the urchin here, and that's the roe. So we're just going to remove a little bit of the shell around, and then we're going to get our tweezers and we're just going to tweeze out some of the innards there until all we're left with is that beautiful orange roe. And you can see this one's in great condition. So now we're just going to knock up a quick hollandaise. So we're going to use a stick blender method for our hollandaise. So to the 3 egg yolks, we're going to add some clarified butter and a big squeeze of lemon. Then we're going to add the Tabasco sauce, a little bit of salt, and about 1.5 tablespoons of water. And then we're going to hit that with the stick blender for a bit longer. The stick blender method's great because it means you don't have to double boil it on the stove, and you usually don't get a split sauce. So once the sauce is made, we're going to warm our sea urchin on the barbecue. Now you don't want it too hot because it will take away from the flavour of the urchin. Then we're just going to spoon in our beautiful hollandaise that's been spiked with that Tabasco. Look at that. Come on. And then we're just going to add our chopped chives. And it's all done. So as you can see, it's a really easy dish. Try the stick blender method for your hollandaise. It's super easy and you won't be disappointed. And I'll put the recipe in the description down below. Slightly warmed sea urchin with a Tabasco spiked hollandaise. A little bit of chives. Let's see how we go. So we're just gonna scoop out that sea urchin. Get a nice scoop of that roe with the hollandaise. I mean, you'd probably have a heart attack if you ate this every day. That Tabasco's great through it too. Yeah, I think I could eat this every day though. You know what? Some little pancakes, some little blinis or something. Sit this on the blinis. Cheers, enjoy.